Moon and Hyunjin Moon, and today I'm standing in front of you for my TED speech. It can be a little bit boring, but I hope you can bear with me. The title is Marathon. Every person lives their life and they really want to be happy while they are living. But sometimes their life can be different from what they thought. That's why every person does not know how their life is going. We have lots of time to be confused about the way that we're gonna walk and we're walking. While we're walking on the way, we can have many obstacles, and sometimes we want to give up or we don't like the way. Let's hold up as an example. What can you see in the picture, or what do you think about this? We're a marathon runner for the first time. We don't have any information about the way that we need to run or walk. How can we pace ourselves? Or do we need to run or walk? Which way do we need to go? We don't know anything about that. We just run to finish our race. While we are running our marathon, we will meet a lot of trouble. We may fall down. 다른 사람과 넘어질 때도 we may bump other people. 다른 사람과 부딪힐 때도 and we may give up our race. 또 우리는 우리의 마라톤이 너무 힘들어 포기할 순간도 많습니다. If we give up at the time, the way we already passed and run will be useless things. I had a situation like that when I was in America, and today I want to share my marathon in this place. When I arrived at Tennessee Airport, I couldn't believe that I'm in America. And I met my host family. Mom, dad, first sister, second sister, and youngest brother. And their first impressions was really good, but one thing. Here's my second obstacles on my marathon. Everyone liked me, but my first sister probably looked like she didn't like me very much. On the way to go to my host home from the airport, my younger sister asked me a lot of questions. And that time, my first sister said, "Be quiet, I don't like you. I don't want you to stay here, go back to your country." That said hurt me a lot. And she never stopped saying that. The situation kept going. I called my host, mom and dad, and at the time my sister said, "Why you call my mom to mom? Don't say it. My mom is not your mom." And she was always angry at me, and that situation made me sad. Like this situation, my marathon kept going for 6 months, and after finishing all my obstacles, we became a real family. I'm gonna show you a video. Originally, the video is like on my birthday party, and they really look so happy. They try to make surprise. That video was taken on my birthday. While you're watching this video, you must be wondering how I overcome these obstacles. At first, this experience was really hard to me, and I wanted to give up my marathon, but I did not give up. I did my best for them, and about their attitude, I never told to my mom, but they already know that. And they always said thanks to me, and always nice to me. They gave me a lot of things, and when we went outside, she always paid my cost herself. I said to her, "I'm gonna pay it," but she said, "Sarah, you gave all of your love and did your best for my family. and now you're also in our family, and I'm your mother. This is what I need to do for you. That touched my heart. I just wanted to be friends with my host siblings, and according that, they became my real host family, with all their love. And the time that almost passed, and the time I lived in America, they felt attached to me, and they cried for me. I felt really lucky to meet them, and I really thank God for giving me this host family and giving me the power to endure my marathon, but not giving up this story. This story was my marathon of my American life, period. Are you running a marathon? Have you ever finished your marathon? Or did you give up halfway? While we are living, we always expect something and want to have easy marathon, but when it's not successful or it's not going like what we thought, we always get angry and we try to give up our marathon. Also, when our marathon is different from your thought, like my American life, they complain, blame, and hate ourselves. Your marathon, your expectation is yours. It can be different with others. But I want to tell you, don't be loose and never give up. Never give up what you choose. Don't be scared about your thoughts and stop comparing yourself to others. Your life is yours. Your life is yours and your marathon is yours. Every person's marathon and their pace are different. That's why we're different. We all have different face, emotion, personalities, height, weight, and their hairstyle. Nobody is same. God made us like that. So you should stop comparing. If you endure and keep running your marathon, unexpected outcome will come to you. I would like to finish up my speech with two passages from the Bible. Romans chapter 5, verse 3 to 4. Not only so, but we also rejoice in our suffering, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, hope. And also James chapter 5, verse 11. As you know, we consider blessed those who have persevered. You have heard of Job's perseverance, and have seen what the Lord finally brought about. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Thank you for listening and being with me. I hope you enjoyed and gained sympathy in my topic, and love you all.
Favorite foods, everything is different. And someone has big eyes, or someone is tall and I'm short, and someone like me or someone dislike me. But it is surely wrong to say they are wrong because they are different from me. In our society, in our workplaces, in our school, or in our life, we discriminate against a minority because they are different from us. We are equal in every way, especially in the sight of God. We are all men are equal. We are not qualified to judge other people. We cannot judge the people by our own standards. Please stop being stupid and try to love each other. I would like to close my speech with a quote from Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 to 2. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Tim Lee. So before starting my speech, I want to teach you 2 simple stretches. Please follow me well. So the first thing you're going to do is put your chin down to your chest for 5 seconds. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then look back up for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You must do this 3 to 5 times. Now you should make sure that you're staying in a plane front to back, not just turning your head like this. Next one is you should take your ear to the side. Bring your ear to the shoulder, not bring shoulder to your ear. You're going to stretch for 5 seconds for each side and about 3 to 5 times for each directions. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This stretches just relieve your neck pain, which is caused by sitting down for long periods of time. I was very thin when I was young. However, I became fat. Finally, I reached my highest weight in my life. But I did my best to change myself, not to give up. So I spent so much time to play basketball, and I tried not to overeat every day. As a result, I lost my weight and became interested in exercising. Many people around me worried that if I like exercising, they wonder how can I focus on studying. But every time I heard it from people, I wanted to prove to them that because of exercising, I can focus on studying more. So this time, I will prove to you guys what I have prepared about why we must exercise. Dr. Hong, who is a medical doctor and a medical journalist, said in his speech that the most terrible disease is the vascular disease. The reasons why it is the most terrible disease in the world are: first, it comes to us suddenly, and second, when it is so severe that it will kill us, the lowest is half unresponsive of limb paralysis or brain death. To prevent this disease, we have to walk. A research which was made by Warwick University in UK tells us that if we walk 15,000 steps every day, we will have to have this condition. But we all know it is too difficult. So I suggest walk at least 8,000 steps so that we can drop the range of blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol. Also, we can burn the calories from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and debris in our blood vessels. I have prepared some researches that show us how exercising affects our brains and why it is good to students. First, students who are good at exercising get better results in university entrance exam than others were not. Second, IQ of the students whose cardiovascular health is promoted by the exercise rises. Third, the speed of memorization of a person with a high intensity exercise is faster than the speed of memorization of a person who don't. Fourth, concentration and cognitive abilities of a person who exercises are more excellent than a person who don't. So this shows us how closely exercise and our brain related. If we keep leaning through technologies that relieve our movement and do not move, our brains will worsen. Here's a proof. According to a recent news, it says that the rate of people having dementia has increased to 11.7% in Korea, which is the fastest growing rate in the world. So what I hope you could take from my TED Talk tonight is that you may get how simple it works. I believe that you know how exercising is important in our lives and why you're supposed to exercise. Please exercise at least 30 minutes every day, and I know it's really hard to stand up and exercise. But if you keep doing it, you will be able to see how your life will change. Let's start our life beautiful again. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amy Chu. I'm a student from JBS. Before I get started, I want to show you a picture and ask you questions. As you are answering, I want you to guess the title of today's TED Talk. So as you can see, there's a ship that got cracked. A man, a woman, a child, a foreigner, and disabled person are on the ship. This ship will soon be sunk unless you throw some waste out of it. So meaning, if you want to stop the boat from sinking, you have to throw one person out of the ship. Now imagine that you are on the ship. There is no time to consider, no time to listen to them. You've got to choose one person to throw out right now. Who would it be and why? According to my research, 90% of them chose disabled. The reason why people chose disabled person was because they think disabled people are weak, and because they think weak people are not helpful. Now I'll tell you the title. My title is, Why Do We Hate the Weak? We all know that how the society treats them nowadays. We know how the society sees them, how we see them, how I see them. Useless. This was the first word that came up our minds. And we all know that we will abandon the weak in order to save the strong when it comes to an emergency. There are three issues that I wanted to talk about today, but because of time limit, I am only going to share one of them. I'd like to talk about the hate towards disabled. I see many problems in the society with disabled people. At school, I saw the able-bodied people bullying the disabled, and when they're applying for their jobs, they don't easily get hired. I also saw all the hates and hate crimes and sexual abuses towards the disabled. And even recently, in Gangsa-gu, the city councilor denied to build a special school for the disabled. You will know if you read or watched the news. I remember reading this part. The parents of disabled had gathered in City Hall and kneeled down in front of hundreds of city residents and city representatives to beg them for the establishment of the special school for the disabled. The city councilor has already denied building a special school. City residents said having disabled around the city is a shame, and this school will soon cause our land price decrease. So they have to give up making a special school for the disabled. What do you think? Do you think they don't have any right to learn at school with their friends? Why don't they deserve just one building for them to study? Is the value of the land price more valuable than the opportunities of disabled to study? Do you really think so? Let us think about it before we judge them. How do we know? How do you know when we never give any chance? When you never try to find out what's on their minds? Can they become great people? Then what about Stephen Hawking? What about Lee, the pianist with 4 fingers? What about Helen Keller? Aren't they great people? Then why do we still think the disabled are unable to do something? Don't you think this is our common prejudice and stereotype of seeing disabled? If you look up to the definition of disabled, it is described as when something disturbs an object to stop functioning as it normally does, so that you feel inconvenient. When I saw it and thought that the difference between able-bodied and disabled is very simple. It is just the situation and environment around them. Meaning, if we can change our environment to make them feel convenient, they are not necessary to feel like disabled. Example, if they are struggling with the steps, we can make elevators for them. This is called the social doctrine point of view of disabled. Our neighbor country Japan already has started making better welfare for the disabled. These are the common interests of Japan. And if you go to the English-speaking countries, I'm sure that most of them have subtitles for the people who cannot hear the voices well. And I think if you do these things, we can make a better society for the disabled people. I know that we cannot just turn the whole society at once, but at least we can just try to take a little step. I will give you a very easy text to do, and I want you to start it from today. These are the curse words that we use in our lives very often, and I think all of you probably hold these words at least once in your life. All these words were made to denigrate the disabled. If you stop using these words, it would be really helpful to remove the stereotype of being disabled. In addition, I'd like to quote John chapter 9, verse 1 to 3. As he went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Jesus. But this happened so that the work of God might be displayed in him. Most of us who gathered here today are Christians, and as Christians, I want you to remember these verses. Jesus has seen the will of God inside of the blind man. As he did, we need to resemble his mind. Let us try to see disabled with the eye of God till we can finally find the will of God they have. Thank you for listening.